And hello, everyone. It's Tom. It's FANzine Live. This is a week spotlight. Cranium Frenzy, #1, the Proof of Concept Edition. I am really excited to share this with you folks. And first, I will suggest that if you want all the background details, the story behind the zine, that I did an interview with my friends Larned Justin and Steve Keeter over on their Talking Small Press Comics channel on YouTube, and I would strongly suggest that you go take a look at that. I will put the link to the exact video in the show notes, but it explains kind of how this all came to be. So I'm going to kind of just jump straight to the chase and share with you what we've got here. Cranium Frenzy is a zine that was published by and created by a fantastic creator named Steve Willis. And this zine is a collection, well, it's a recreation of that first issue. That's why I'm calling it Proof of Concept. As I said in my interview, and again, I really suggest you go listen to that. Steve has provided me with the masters to all 40 issues of Cranium Frenzy, and I will be reprinting them in a collected edition sometime in 2025. I don't have a date yet. I am still literally scanning in the zines as I talk. And so this is going to be a project that's going to take a while and probably will impact a lot of my publishing schedule, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about this. So the first thing I wanted to do after Steve sent me the masters was try to figure out how best to present the zines, how best to present his work. The work he sent me, his masters, were half-page letter. And he told me that 6 out of his first 7 issues were actually half-page legal. And so you're going from an 8.5 by 11 master to an 8.5 by 14 reproduction. And there's a real big question when you do something like that as to whether or not the quality of the reproduction will be good enough to present to the viewing public. It's nice to be able to enlarge the zine, but you also want to make sure that you're not pixelating too heavily. So what I've done is I scanned in all of his issue 1 here. I cleaned it up. I took out a lot of little extra dots. I took out any reproduction lines because he pastes like entire pages down onto his masters. And so I had to clean that up to make it look good. But Steve and I both agreed, and then it was endorsed by Larned and Steve Keeter, not Steve Willis, that this would work. And so I believe this might be the first time that Cranium Frenzy will be presented in the original size since the 1980s. This zine, as you will see, he says it's a reprint because he had it at the smaller size, and it was originally published in 1981 out in Seattle. And for what it's worth, that is Steve's address still. He still lives in McCleary, still has that P.O. box. But what I have here is a reproduction of the work that he sent me. The blacks are a little rough. These are photocopies. He said those first, I want to say 10-ish issues he does not have the originals anymore. And so I am working off of photocopies, but they are as absolutely good as I can get. And I don't want to adjust them any further than I absolutely have to. So you will see that this is the zine, the entire zine, front to back, all of his amazing cartooning, all of his crazy creativity, which is just so neat to see. And we looked through this, and he said, yeah, I think this might work. And so I'm going to go forward and do the entire thing, probably as 4, maybe 5, 4 or 5 volumes. Each of these zines can get up, I know that this issue 10 got up to over 50 pages. But yeah, this is the whole shooting match. Oh, skipped a page. And Steve is an amazing cartoonist. And he is an amazing storyteller. And he is fun. And it is just incredible. And of course, his classic character, Morty the dog. But anyway, then after the zine is finished, Steve alerted me to some endnotes that he had out on the internet. And so rather than put them out there for people to find on their own, I reprinted them. Very simple. And then he had some, so this is stuff about his printing information, and this is trivia about the different pages and some of the things that he did with them. This is a placeholder for the United FANzine Organization newsletter, or excuse me, checklist. And then, of course, UFO. So what we have here, I'm going to make paper copies of this for my friends in the United FANzine Organization. We as an organization believe in paper. I believe in paper. I think it's fantastic. However, I am not in a position to do this zine by mail. So what I'm going to do, actually what I've done already, is I am putting this zine in PDF format, in the half legal format, the 8.5 by 7 legal format. I am putting it out in PDF format on my Gumroad store. There is no charge for this because in my mind, this is a draft. This is an incomplete version of Volume 1. It's only the first issue. I'm probably going to have at least those first 7 in Volume 1. We may have more. We're still trying to figure that out. But I wanted to give my viewers and my followers on social media and my friends a taste of what Steve Willis is about. The man is a flippin' genius with his cartooning, with his storytelling. This is one of the greats, folks. I would not be doing this for pretty much any other cartoonist. But when Steve expressed that he had no immediate interest in doing a reprint of saving his work really for posterity, I wanted to get it out. And we're going to get it out. And it's going to be fantastic. So this is the first issue of Cranium Frenzy, 1981. It's ready to go. You can click over there right now at my Gumroad store, and you can download a PDF. You can read it on your computer. You can put it on your tablet. Not sure I would try it on my phone. His text is a little tight, and it might be a little tiny, but you also can print it off yourself if you wish. This is a wonderful book. It's a wonderful zine, and I am so thrilled about this entire project. So, Cranium Frenzy, #1, PDF form, available right now at the Gumroad store in the show notes for free. Go download it. Read it for yourself. Dial into Steve Willis. He is so good. So that's it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am about this project.